Welcome to the Newstrength Way, a podcast made for empowering people to become their strongest selves through movement, education, and connection.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Newstrength Way podcast. Today I've got a special guest with me, Coach Annaliese here. She's our only extra coach besides Nathan and myself. And this will be the first of hopefully many episodes that you guys will get to see Bev as one of our special guests. So Bev, say hi to the guys.
Hi, it's Annaliese, also known as Coach Bev. I've been here for almost a year now.
It is almost a year. That is getting crazy. Awesome. And Bev, what we want to talk about today is going through a little bit of your own background with training, what got you interested in it, how long ago that was, and then how that's evolved as we've gone. So if you want to tell the guys what was it that got you started in your training journey?
So I started training when I was about 15.
And how old are you now, just so everyone knows?
Oh, I'm 20 now.
You're like experienced, like 5 years, you're like a serious lifter.
Well, maybe if I started training properly at the start.
That's everyone's answer, I think.
Yeah.
But trained properly to start off with, maybe I would be good by now.
Yeah, like I could have been an elite athlete if I'd started, like, proper training. But anyway, so I went to a school just near like where I used to train. So I used to walk before and after school when I was going to the gym. And what got me into it, I think, was we used to do, you used to pick your own sport at school, and we went to the gym and did a few circuits and stuff. And I seemed to enjoy that. And then also part of that was that I danced for a long time. So I've danced since I was 7, I think. So it sort of had a bit of an exercise background. But I sort of felt like I sort of have a few body image sort of issues with myself, and I wasn't as like a girl who could just eat whatever and be really skinny. So it kind of came out of feeling like I needed to work on my body. So it started out as like an extrinsic thing, and then it turned into being a bit more feeling better.
And that seems pretty common in like a dance background as well with a lot of girls, particularly when they start so young and change. Do you think it was maybe the dance side of things, or was it just in general?
Yeah, I think it was that, like having quite a strict background when it comes to dancing, and then dancing with girls who are a lot like smaller than you, just because they probably don't develop as quickly. Like I was someone who changed and just developed faster than a lot of them. So part of it was like you're wearing costumes all the time, and you notice that you look different to other people. So it's definitely a part of that as well.
Yeah, cool. And what did your training look like into those, like that early couple of years of your training?
So I had like a couple of personal trainers to start with. So it was a lot of just general strength and conditioning work. So getting the basic things down, just like your back squats and all that sort of thing. So sort of similar to what we do here, but no like gymnastic stuff, or any fun weightlifting.
Yeah, cool. And how's your training evolved since that point?
So now I do more CrossFit training. So I've competed in a couple of competitions. So I went from doing sort of more that bodybuilding training to now CrossFit with the gymnastics work, weightlifting, and all that sort of stuff. So it's very different, but I definitely enjoy this a lot more. More variation.
Cool. It gives you a little bit more of a competitive outlet as well now, right?
Yeah. So I competed in 2 competitions in CrossFit in the last year, and I've signed up for another 2 CrossFit comps, and then I've got 2 strongman comps as well this year.
Bev's the strong lady. That's going to be exciting. That's going to be really cool to see you branch out and test yourself in a bunch of different ways in the next few months. So that'll be awesome, particularly for, I think, a lot of the guys and the girls here will be backing you and getting behind you and coming and seeing how you go. So that'll be exciting.
So I better do well.
Yeah. And so let's skip towards like becoming a coach. How did that start? What made you want to move from just training in the gym to being able to help other people with their journeys?
I think part of it was I saw the change in myself with my training. So I just became like a happier person. It went from being like worrying about what I looked like to more about how I felt, and it made me feel so much better as a person and really helped with my stress too going through high school. And then also I had a really good coach when I was about 17 to 18 who I really connected with, named Andy, and he did a lot for me, and I saw myself grow not only as an athlete but as a person sort of under his authority, I guess, as my trainer. So from that I really felt like I was, like I want to do this, I want to help people, like it's changed me. And then he was running a PT course, so I just went into that and did the 13-week course at the start of last year, and then
now you're here?
Yes.
Yeah, that's really cool. So what I hear there is like you going through being sort of the mentee in that role helped you appreciate what that can do for somebody, having a mentor there and helping take them through their journey, and that was obviously what inspired you to then be that person for somebody else, right? Yeah,
definitely. It helped me in so many ways, not just like physically but also just mentally.
Yeah, cool. And obviously like the other thing that you have going on at now, along with your training, along with coaching as well, is you're also balancing like uni with as a physio student as well, right?
Yeah.
Like, how do you find you balance all that together?
It's pretty hard. So I do get a few people ask me like, what don't you do? Like you do so much, and it just comes down to, well, one, you've got to be organised, which sometimes I'm not that organised. I'm not always that good.
Sometimes you just got to wing it.
Yeah. I think my training really helps my uni. It helps me just feel a bit more focused. And when you're doing your workout, you're only thinking about what you're doing at the time. So you can it's like an escape. So you can take that time to just focus on yourself and your lifting away from the study. And then when you go back to your study, you felt like you've had a bit of a break, and you got your energy back, and you feel much better. Like it's definitely helped in the exam period. If I didn't do it through the HSC, I don't think I would have made it through.
Oh, for sure. It's very hard to think about anything else when you're under a heavy bar, or like you're in the middle of a conditioning effort where you're trying to just survive. It's definitely not the easiest thing at all, right?
Definitely.
Cool. And let's be looking forward quickly. What's coming up for you in the next couple of months? You said that you've got a couple of competitions. What else? What are some goals that you're moving towards with your training right now?
So we're about to finish a strength cycle where I'm training. So my aim, the main lifts are doing strict press, back squat and deadlift. So I definitely would like to get my deadlift up, hopefully by the next Beers Burgers deadlift, to about the 140 mark. My squat, not sure. If I can at least get 100, that would be good. And then my strict press, maybe 55, 60, heading towards.
That'd be big. 60. That'd be very big.
Yeah.
It's not far below my strict press. I have little baby shoulders.
I'm at 50 at the moment. So hopefully if I have a little bit of an increase, and then hopefully again at the end of the year, that would be good.
Yeah, cool. That's awesome. And just to give people a bit of context, because it's pretty common in the personal training space that everyone just thinks that you're always good at things. Like obviously we've spoken about how long ago you started. What did some of those numbers start like? Because I think some of the girls come in and go, oh, Bev's a beast, she deadlifts this much, like it's crazy. What did you start off with when you were training?
Oh, not much. Like I was pretty young. Like my squats, I probably was only starting maybe like 40 kilos. And then sort of going up from there, and then my deadlift was like nowhere near it is now. Probably the heaviest I would have done is maybe like a 50 or something, which is less than half of what I can do now. So you're definitely you don't just get strong magically. You got to start with the really small numbers and then just keep going.
Yeah, for sure. I love that. And so if we were going back to young Bev, at like 15 years old, starting out in the gym, what would be your best words of advice to her now, knowing what you've gone through?
Well, I'm sort of a big believer in that, you have to go through trials to get where you are. I think what I wish I knew earlier is that not to place my value on what others thought of me or what I looked like, and more about myself and who I was as a person, and spent more time focusing internally or just on myself inside rather than the outside.
I love that. Awesome, Bev. That'll wrap us up for today. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this or there was something that stood out here, I'd love for you to share this with somebody that you know. It'd be super powerful to give this on to little sisters, daughters, whatever that might be, and share Bev's story with that. And we'll see you guys next week on the Newstrength Way.